Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Xchange Commercial Real Estate here in Kansas City. We just wrapped up last week a successful multifamily meetup here in person. So hopefully next time, love to see you if you're in Kansas City at the next one, which will be in the end of May. We can talk about all these deals that are on the market and any deals that are coming to market or anything else in general. But let's get into this week. There really isn't a lot of new activity between last week and this week, but there are a couple new things I wanted to talk about. One of which is this is Zillow right here, and it powers the MLS. As you can see, we've actually talked about all of these. So this was a property down here in Martin City, which is 3.15 million for 30 units. On the surface, looked pretty dang good in terms of unit quality. The rents on it are very low. I'm not exactly sure why that is. If it's the location, it's too far south, or maybe just a management play. So that's something to consider when looking at this building. I've got a couple clients that own in the area, and they've got questions about why it is the way it is in terms of the rents. So that's something to consider when you're looking at a property down there. This property here is actually not a multifamily. It's listed as a half duplex. I'm not even sure if that's accurate. So just disregard this property located here in Prairie Village. Another one is this property in Brush Creek, which is actually just east of the plaza. I'm not sure why the address isn't pulling up, but it's somewhere in this area here. And as I covered last week, it's a pretty good property. Price per unit's okay. Looks like it's been nicely rehabbed. You can see that it's a standard classic building. It's got stainless steel appliances in unit, which is a key to getting and maximizing your rent increases. Tile shower, big open layout. I think it's something that we could look at together to see how it fits into your long-term investing strategy here. I also have some off-market deals that are in a similar location at a cheaper price per unit, but not nearly as nice. So that one's something to consider for your investment here. Zooming back out, we have a property up here that's $700,000 north of the river in the Gladstone area. I think we talked about this last time. Fourplex, pretty hefty price per unit. I would imagine rents are pretty decent in this location. I mean, this is a hot area. This is a good area, good schools, etc. up here between Liberty and Gladstone. If you need a fourplex, this could be something to look at, and we can look at that together. Okay, so that's everything on the MLS. Now, again, nothing new here. There'll probably be some new properties here this coming week that we can talk about next week. But as of right now, nothing new, nothing amazing that's new. So hopping on over to LoopNet. LoopNet's a similar story. You can see there's only two listings here, one of which is the Martin City property we just talked about. The other one is a property in the historic Northeast. I don't do a ton of activity up in this area. It is on Gladstone Boulevard, which is a fine part of the historic Northeast, close to Pendleton Heights. Remember, Pendleton Heights it has Kansas City University. That's kind of this darker gray area here, which is it's technically not a medical doctor, but I'll just call it a doctor university that is quite large in terms of just a doctors only university. So kind of interesting here, right close to downtown, proposed baseball stadium over here. Maybe a little bit too far away for that to really impact the price per unit over here in this area. I did see that with this, there's 13 units. So you're at $50,000 a unit of cash flowing property. And then if I read it correctly, there's another 13 units that had a fire and you could redevelop those. So you're kind of getting 26 units for 650,000. The description said, hey, look, maybe you could tear that down and have parking just for these 600 or sorry, just for these 13 units. So that's something to consider. Take a look at this deal here if you really like historic Northeast. Excellent price per unit at $50,000 per unit. I could actually see that because of the price per unit going under contract pretty quick. I'm not big on this particular area here in investing. I think it's just difficult to make the numbers work. You have to have the right property management team in place and understand who your tenants are in this area. So, however, price per unit looks pretty good. So that's something you could consider. So you can see, I told you today would be quick. There's not a whole lot on the market that's new and not a ton to really kind of dive into. So I'll pull up our website here, mostly just as kind of an advertisement, so to speak, because we do have about $25 million worth of property. Oop, can't show you that. That is on the market here in Kansas City. So you want to take a look at some of these properties here. And the only way you can get access to those is by going to exchangecre.com/marketplace, signing up, having a conversation with me. We'll get you access to those. You can take a look at them, and we can go through all the performance there. We had a great turnout this last week. Talked about going through these different deals that are on market and off market. Again, this is Alex Olson, Xchange Commercial Real Estate. We want to hear about your active 1031 exchange, or maybe you're aggressive in buying in the Kansas City market. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks again, and peace out.